The vast steppes of Kazakhstan have long been a crossroads of civilizations, a place where diverse cultures and peoples have intersected for millennia. This strategically located nation sits at the heart of Eurasia, bridging the continents of Europe and Asia. For centuries, the Silk Road traversed its terrain, making it a vital artery of ancient commerce. This legendary network of trade routes connected East and West, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Merchants transported silk, spices, and other precious goods, enriching the regions they passed through. Kazakhstan's nomadic tribes played a vital role in this trade network. They provided horses, livestock, and protection for caravans, ensuring the safe passage of goods across vast distances. This vibrant trade fostered cultural exchange and economic activity, bringing prosperity to the region. It laid the foundation for Kazakhstan's future as a regional hub, a place where different cultures and economies could meet and thrive. Kazakhstan's fertile lands and abundant resources attracted settlers and conquerors alike, each leaving their mark on the land. Ancient cities like Taraz and Otrov flourished as centers of commerce and culture, bustling with activity and innovation. They served as vital links in the Silk Road network, connecting distant lands and peoples. These urban centers facilitated the exchange of not only goods, but also knowledge and ideas, contributing to the intellectual and cultural richness of the region. Kazakhstan's early engagement in international trade highlights its enduring connection to the global economy, a legacy that continues to shape its role in the world today. The 18th century marked a turning point in Kazakhstan's history. The expanding Russian Empire extended its influence into Central Asia. Russian colonization brought about significant transformations. Nomadic traditions gave way to settled agriculture. The discovery of vast mineral deposits, including copper and coal, fueled industrial development. However, this progress came at a cost. Russian policies often favored Russian settlers and their economic interests. Traditional Kazakh ways of life were disrupted. Land alienation and economic exploitation became sources of growing discontent. The seeds of future resistance were sown. Despite the hardships, industrialization continued to reshape Kazakhstan's economy. Railways were built, connecting the region to Russian markets. This integration into the Russian Empire had a lasting impact on Kazakhstan's economic trajectory. The Russian Revolution of 1917 ushered in a new era for Kazakhstan. As part of the Soviet Union, the country underwent rapid industrialization and collectivization. The Soviet government established large-scale factories and mines. They aimed to transform Kazakhstan into a major industrial and agricultural producer within the Soviet system. However, this modernization came at a heavy price. Collectivization policies led to widespread famine and social upheaval. Millions of people perished. Traditional nomadic lifestyles were virtually eradicated. Despite the hardships, industrial production increased significantly. Kazakhstan became a crucial supplier of raw materials and industrial goods to the Soviet war machine during World War II. After the devastation of World War II, Kazakhstan embarked on a period of reconstruction and development. The Virgin Lands campaign, launched in the 1950s, aimed to boost agricultural production by cultivating vast tracts of uncultivated land in Kazakhstan. Millions of people from other parts of the Soviet Union were relocated to work on these new farms. While the campaign initially led to increased grain production, it also had significant ecological and social consequences. Overcultivation and poor land management practices resulted in soil erosion and desertification. The influx of migrants altered the demographic makeup of Kazakhstan. It also exacerbated ethnic tensions. Nevertheless, the Virgin Lands campaign left a lasting mark on Kazakhstan's landscape and agricultural sector. Section 5. Stagnation and Crisis, the Soviet Union's Final Decades. The 1970s and 80s witnessed a period of economic stagnation in the Soviet Union, including Kazakhstan. Centralized planning and a lack of economic diversification hindered growth. Kazakhstan's economy became heavily dependent on the extraction and export of raw materials, particularly oil and gas. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986, which had significant environmental and economic repercussions, further exposed the shortcomings of the Soviet system. growing public dissatisfaction with economic hardship and political repression culminated in the rise of nationalism and calls for independence across the Soviet Union. Kazakhstan's own path to independence would soon follow. Section 6. Independence and economic collapse, a nation forged anew. Kazakhstan declared its independence from the collapsing Soviet Union on December 16, 1991. This newfound freedom came at a steep price. The collapse of the Soviet-planned economy led to a period of economic turmoil and hyperinflation. Industrial production plummeted, unemployment soared. Kazakhstan faced the daunting task of transitioning to a market economy. The government implemented a series of reforms aimed at attracting foreign investment, privatizing state-owned enterprises, and stabilizing the currency. These reforms were met with mixed success. Corruption and inequality remained significant challenges. However, Kazakhstan's vast natural resources, particularly its oil reserves, offered a glimmer of hope. Section 7. The rise of the oil giant, black gold, and economic growth. The late 1990s and early 2000s witnessed a dramatic turnaround in Kazakhstan's economic fortunes. The country, once struggling with the remnants of its Soviet past, began to see a new dawn of prosperity and growth. The discovery and development of massive oil fields such as Kashagan and Tengiz propelled Kazakhstan into the ranks of the world's leading oil producers. These fields became the backbone of the nation's burgeoning energy sector. Foreign investment poured into the country's energy sector. International oil companies and investors were eager to tap into Kazakhstan's vast reserves, bringing in not just capital but also technology and expertise. Kazakhstan's GDP experienced an unprecedented boom, averaging over 9% annual growth between 2000 and 2010. This period marked one of the fastest economic expansions in the world. The government established a sovereign wealth fund to manage oil revenues. This fund aimed to ensure that the wealth generated from oil would benefit future generations and stabilize the economy. It invested heavily in infrastructure, education, and social programs. New roads, schools, and hospitals were built, aiming to improve the quality of life for all citizens. However, this rapid economic growth also brought challenges. Income inequality widened, with the wealth gap between urban and rural areas becoming more pronounced. Concerns about corruption and the so-called resource curse persisted. Many citizens felt that the benefits of the oil boom were not being evenly distributed, leading to social unrest and calls for greater transparency. Section 8. Diversification drive beyond the oil horizon. Recognizing the need to reduce its dependence on oil, Kazakhstan has sought to diversify its economy in recent years. The government has implemented policies to promote growth in sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and renewable energy. It has also invested in infrastructure projects aimed at enhancing regional connectivity and trade. Kazakhstan has positioned itself as a key player in China's Belt and Road Initiative, attracting Chinese investment in infrastructure and logistics. The country has also made strides in developing its financial sector and attracting foreign direct investment in non-extractive industries. However, challenges remain in terms of improving the business climate, fostering innovation, and reducing bureaucracy. Section 9. Navigating global challenges. The path forward. Kazakhstan's economy, like those of many countries, has faced recent headwinds. The nation has had to adapt to a rapidly changing global landscape, marked by economic uncertainties and shifting geopolitical dynamics. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted global supply chains and dampened demand for Kazakhstan's exports. Factories were left idle and businesses faced unprecedented challenges, leading to a significant economic slowdown. The war in Ukraine and geopolitical tensions have also created uncertainty. These events have had ripple effects across the region, impacting trade routes and economic stability. However, Kazakhstan has shown resilience in the face of these challenges. The people and industries have adapted, finding new ways to sustain and grow the economy. Kazakhstan continues to pursue its diversification agenda by investing in various sectors. The country aims to reduce its dependency on any single industry. It aims to leverage its strategic location, natural resources, and human capital to achieve sustainable and inclusive growth. Education and innovation are key pillars in this strategy. The country's economic future will depend on its ability to navigate global challenges, attract foreign investment, foster innovation, and ensure that the benefits of growth are shared equitably among its citizens. Collaboration with international partners will be crucial. Kazakhstan's journey from ancient Silk Road trading post to modern oil giant is a testament to its resilience and adaptability. The nation's history is rich with examples of overcoming adversity. As the country charts its course in an increasingly complex world, its economic evolution continues to captivate the imagination. The path forward is filled with both challenges and opportunities, and Kazakhstan is poised to navigate them with determination and vision.